After determining that we had blown a pyrofuse in our 2018 Model 3, we had it towed to our nearby service center, and for a loaner, we received a Model X, a car that we have considered as an option for our family but hadn't found ourselves ready to invest in yet. So we're going to compare and see if we think we can still deal with the Y and we like it, or if the Model X might be in our future. The Falcon wing doors are one of the most recognizable differences between the cars. Some people love them and some hate them. Okay, it stopped a little early on this side because of the light. It was avoiding hitting that, but plenty of room. Even I can fit underneath this. I could get in no problem. And then I actually think it's a lot more space than trying to squeeze in the Y, which will show that too. So if we were to get the kids in through the Y, we would only be able, well, it actually opens fairly far. While I personally wouldn't like the attention they get, I will say there are some advantages of having them when you have children. The fact that the kids can't bang the car door into the car next to you, and also that it provides more elbow room and headroom for buckling children in and out of car seats. Not to mention some protection from rain if you are buckling them in during a storm. However, they are prone to having some issues and requiring maintenance at times. The overall door opening is smaller, and the angle of the door can make it difficult to buckle kids into car seats when someone is parked next to you. Having the door go up keeps them entirely out of the way. The Model X is considered an SUV, while the Model Y is a crossover. Therefore, despite the Model X not appearing to be much bigger, it does add significantly more cargo space. Little baby Model Y frunk versus the Model X. That you could fit a big duffel in here and then some, I would say. Yeah. So that is one thing, because our concern is if you go to the Model X, we would want to do the captain's chairs to be able to get the kids in and out easier, and you would lose trunk space, so that frunk makes quite a big difference. But you still would be a problem with airport travel, because you need room for suitcases, and that would not fit a suitcase. Mm-hmm. Maybe a carry-on? Would you fit a carry-on in there?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So the person that had this loaner before us clearly had a joyride, because it is so filthy. They didn't have time to detail it, and they said you can have a dirty X or you can have a clean other car, which probably would have been a 3 or something. And we went for the X, but it is so dirty. Somebody had a lot of fun. The yoke is a difference between our Model Y and the Model X. We needed to adjust to the yoke, often whiffing while turning, because we naturally would reach for a taller wheel versus the low-profile yoke. The low profile did make for a nice streamlined view to the visual display with the speedometer. So I kept telling Zach that I thought the screen was bigger, which he confirmed. And he pointed out the reason why it feels so much bigger is because having the speedometer off to the side means that you're not splitting the screen. And so it does make a big difference with how big it feels. Do you like the speedometer better like it is now? Or?
I mean, it's nice having more displays for things. I mean, this almost kind of feels like too much on the map. Like, there's a lot of
you don't need that much map.
I don't need that much. I would have to get used to it all over again, because I caught myself several times looking at the top left corner for the speed when it's right in front of me. So I think it's all about what you get used to.
I feel like the streamlinedness of the yoke to the speedometer is probably nice. Because that was nice. Like an issue I had even in the Pathfinder, that I would have to adjust my height, because sometimes the steering wheel would block it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's definitely on your way.
So that's probably a benefit of the yoke.
Yep. You can also tilt it now.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. You can't do that in the Model Y.
Let's see, where is that setting again? Oh, right here. I'm not sure I would need that driving with that.
You don't, but some people really want it, because I know that they put it in after in the Model Y and the Model 3. Other small minor differences, it's the center console.
Yeah, this opens up all the way, or closes all the way.
Yeah, which is kind of a neat feature. I mean, minor
Another key
detail.
difference is because of the Falcon Wing doors, you don't have the full glass roof that you have in the Model Y. And then, so I find this to be a little weird, but it's probably just me. But I understand why it looks like that because of glass coming back so far. But it just seems a little weird to have that line for the mirror. And then the sun visors are also, it's very smart, but so unusual to have like one random visor in the middle of a piece of glass. So it's different, but it's very smart design. Nice little cubbies on the side. And the Y, they're just wide open. This actually has a piece, which I think you can buy for the Y. This is a subtrunk space that we do not have in the Model Y because of the back seats, but honestly, the Model Y is not that deep anyway.
Yeah.
The cars don't feel that much different in size, so we decided to use our 13-foot canopy that we take to our kids' sporting events to show the difference between the cars. When placed in the Y, we have to move the second row up and place it on a diagonal. In the X, the seats do not have to be moved. It still needs to be placed on a diagonal, but there is room to spare. The larger frunk and subtrunk space gives more room for other items, such as sporting bags or coolers as well. So it is definitely more spacious.
Room to spare on the diagonal, and it's not like we stole from up here. They have plenty of room in the middle. Rear screen, which the girls have been having a ton of fun with. One other difference is there aren't any cubbies behind the seat. No seat pocket for storage, and also because it's Falcon Wing doors, there's no storage in the door either because it would all come out. I can't seriously close this door right. So you get to have your moment.
I'll be a gentleman and close your door for you. Here you go.
I apparently needed the on-screen controls because every time I shut the door wrong and he yells at me.
All right.
All right, off we go.
The adaptive lighting feature was spreading the light into our turn and made a big difference. This feature seems to not be activated in the Model Y yet, as it seems to not be working this well in both our other two Teslas, our Model 3 and our Model Y.
So you also said that the X has air suspension.
It does.
Which is something the 3 and the Y don't have. Does the S have it?
Yes, it does.
Okay. That might be good for the adventures.
Yes.
Oh yeah, so we're on low right now.
Yeah, we're on low, and then click the info button. I might tell you like the difference between all of them. This, maybe. What does it say?
High and very high will raise the vehicle temporarily. It will automatically lower after a short distance.
This one must be performance. It must be the performance before the Plaid.